hello, and a big congrats on the Lord of the Rings of Power. It continues to be an entertaining and thought-provoking journey to J.R.R. Tolkien's world. And now with season 2, I can honestly say it's quite precious.
Oh, thank you.
I see what you did there. Good word choice.
Let's begin with you, Miss Cynthia. Fantastic as Miriel, the Queen Regent of Númenor. When I was watching the series, I was like, was that Cynthia Addai-Robinson from The People We Hate at the Wedding? That was the last time I interviewed you. I'm so happy to talk to you again for The Lord of the Rings.
Yes, a very different type of world, different type of character. But I love, we all come from different backgrounds, and I think getting to go from project to project, it makes me appreciate when we are sort of in Middle Earth mode. It's such a unique opportunity. It's not every day that you get the chance to play in this world, to even be on a fantasy series.
Yeah.
And I love that contrast from going to just sort of playing something in contemporary here and now to really be transported to Middle Earth. And this really is about a transportation, if you could say that. This is about taking people on a journey, bringing them into a world that feels very real, but of course is fantastical with all of our characters and creatures and different parts of Middle Earth. So yeah, we're just excited to finally share it with you guys.
Oh, and I'm right there with you in your journey. And you, Mr. Benjamin, equally fantastic as the High King of the Elves. Tell our viewers what they can expect from season 2.
Well, the first season, he's kind of a peacetime politician. And in the second season, we get to see him kind of take the gloves off, and we get to see him react in terms of what does he do when peace breaks down. When the rubber hits the road and evil has arisen, what do? And if you know the books, it's very exciting.
Because, Mr. Benjamin, when we fight, we win.
Even if it takes a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's going to be about the rings of power. I mean, this is a very
oh yeah, and there's rings.
Yeah, and there's rings. Can't forget the rings and what those rings represent, and what happens when power corrupts. And there are a lot of sort of like big heavy themes this season. But ultimately, the good guys are battling and trying to be a force for good and fighting towards the light. So I hope that the audience is going to be sort of really rooting for our good guys, but enjoying some of our bad guys as well.
I love that. Yeah, Cynthia, real quick. Tell the viewers how your character arc evolved this season. I mean, the last season you were in a very vulnerable position.
Yes, and unfortunately for Miriel, she starts in a vulnerable position. But my hope that when the audience goes on this journey with her, she's still a strong leader. She is in a position where people are trying to sort of move in and take power. And she is going to sort of ultimately navigate challenges that will allow her to discover who she truly is meant to be. And I think it's going to be very satisfying for audiences to witness at the end of season 2.
I totally agree. And by the way, on a personal note, this show is making me excited for my cruise that I'm taking next year. I'll be cruising Australia and New Zealand, so I'll be invading Middle Earth.
Well, look out for Sauron.
Yeah.
A big congrats on the Rings of Power. Again, it's the one show to rule them all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Good luck on everything.